Legendary jazz musician Jonas Gwangwa has died. The presidency made the announcements that the trombone player and one of the leading jazz music figures had died earlier today. The 83-year-old is responsible for classics such as Morwa, Khomo and Dipororo. He also composed soundtracks to films like Cry Freedom, which he also performed at the Academy Awards in 1988. Domingo is the festival director of the Cape Town International Jazz Festival, and he joins us now to talk about friendship with the jazz maestro. Billy, thank you so much for speaking to us. It is a sad day indeed, but also surely an opportunity for us to, I suppose, in a way, celebrate the grandeur of this jazz maestro.
It is surreal. I can remember texting Kaito and Lucia to say, listen, guys, I'm sorry about the loss of your mom, and I've got this today. So it's a double whammy. But you know what is so surreal? About a year ago, just before the Jazz Festival, I had a meeting with Gwen Ansell, Kaito, his daughter, Lucia. We were speaking about it, and I said, why don't we do a tribute to Jonas Gwangwa, featuring as a headline act at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival, that was last year, on the Friday to close, because I wanted Brother Jonas to be alive when we're doing it, because we only do tributes when people have passed on. I then went to his home, and the military was there. He was very sick, but we spoke for an hour. I sat with him, I hugged him, and he said, you have my blessings. He told me to get in touch, let's do it, the show. I told him how the show was going to run, how it was going to open, and that's it. And of course, because of COVID, we couldn't do the show. And now I get this news that once again, I'm going to be doing a tribute of a man passed. And that's so sad. I just wish he could have been there to watch it on TV and to listen to the track. But I know, like everybody else that's passed on, he's listening from up there. And I know that he gave me his blessing, so I'm very happy about that.
Well, let's talk a little about the legacy that Jonas Gwangwa leaves.
Oh, man, from Amanda. The man's a legend. When you put him down, you talk about Carl, you talk about Quincy Jones, but I idolize and think. There are so many other musicians around, and then I just see the short man, that Ray, and Jonas going along and saying, hey, Domingo. That's all the way I can remember hearing, and just being there and his presence and what he has done. What he's done for the music of this country is, I don't know, it's insurmountable. And I know that the kids were working on doing Amanda, the show, and they were trying to produce that. But I must say that Minister Nathan Tetwa and Busi and a lot of those guys were backing and saying, please, whatever you do, make the tribute truly great. And we never just got a chance. But he was a legend. Wherever I traveled, when I worked with him in Europe and here, it was just amazing.
And finally, before we let you go, Billy, would you just maybe paint for us the sort of picture of this tribute that you will put together for the legendary Jonas Gwangwa?
What it was, I'd spoken to his son, who was managing his thing, and what it was going to be, I wanted an empty mic, and how insane is this? I wanted that empty mic to stand with his beret on it, and then I was going to get all the horns that I knew and all the players that had played with him to come on that night in Cape Town and open it saying, Asia, Brother Jonas, this is for you. And everything was planned, and there were lots of musicians that had been contracted to come out and to do this tribute. His friends were going to come and play. And, now it's not the time to talk about a commercial. Let's do a tribute. Now it's the time to mourn and to rejoice. But I tell you, I promise you that we will do a show as Jonas wanted me to do, that it's going to be fitting of the king as he was, because he is and will always be a legend.
Billy Domingo, thank you so much for speaking to us.